Hello, in this presentation you will see the true story about a black cowboy, Nat Love, also known as Deadwood Dick. In this video we'll begin with Nat's youth in slavery and then go on and talk about his expert experience and skills as a cowboy. And please note, in my comments I've placed a link to information on a technology that is currently being used to cure early stage prostate cancer. Please view this important information when you have time. Thank you. Enjoy this video.
Nat Love, a once enslaved individual who transformed into an Old West cowboy, led a vibrant life during a crucial period in American history. However, it was his gift for narrative that truly distinguished him as one of the most unforgettable cowboys of the Old West. He retold many of his adventures in his 1907 best-selling and incredibly long-titled autobiography, The Life and Adventures of Nat Love, better known in the cattle country as Deadwood Dick, by himself. A true history of slavery days, life on the great cattle ranges and on the plains of the wild and woolly West, based on facts and personal experiences of the author. In his autobiography, Nat Love shares the story of his early childhood spent in slavery, the challenges his parents faced as sharecroppers after the abolition of slavery, and his personal quest for freedom and equality in the untamed western frontier. He secured steady employment herding cattle across the vast expanse of the Great Plains, rubbed shoulders with infamous outlaws, defended against Native American attacks, and earned the moniker Deadwood Dick, which, contrary to its seemingly juvenile connotation, held a deeper significance. One of the remarkable aspects of recounting one's cowboy adventures, as Nat Love discovered, is that these tales, whether grandiose or not, often remain beyond the realm of verification. Much of what we know about the thrilling escapades of Deadwood Dick stems from his own accounts, enthusiastically promoted by the man himself. Nat Love's beginnings were rooted in the harsh reality of slavery. His parents, Samson Love, and an unnamed mother lost to history, were enslaved by Robert Love of Davidson County, Tennessee, and like countless others, adopted the surname of their owner. Samson Love held the position of slave foreman on the Love plantation, while his wife toiled in the master's kitchen. Together, they had 3 children, a daughter named Sally and 2 sons, Jordan and Nat, the latter's name often pronounced as Nate. Nat Love, the youngest of the siblings, entered the world in June 1854, born within the confines of his father's modest log cabin on the plantation. In the antebellum South, a web of oppressive laws and regulations forbade slaves from acquiring literacy. Despite these dire circumstances, Samson Love defied the odds and taught his children how to read and write. Young Nat displayed remarkable aptitude in his studies, and this invaluable skill would prove instrumental in his adult life, ultimately enabling him to pen his own memoir. At the tender age of 9, Nat Love bore witness to a pivotal moment in American history when President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1, 1863, which declared the freedom of all slaves. Although no longer bound in slavery, Nat's parents opted to remain in their familiar cabin on their former master's plantation. Transitioning to a life as sharecroppers, they managed a modest 20-acre plot of land. However, their efforts to cultivate corn and tobacco proved to be an uphill battle, and Samson Love, Nat's father, struggled to turn a profit. After just a few years, Samson Love passed away. As a young teenager, Nat Love took on various odd jobs to assist his mother. During this period, while working for a local farmer, Love discovered a remarkable talent: breaking horses. He possessed an innate understanding of these animals and the exceptional ability to calm and train them. This newfound skill would later play a crucial role in shaping his future. Nat Love, as recounted in his autobiography, made the life-changing decision to embark on a journey westward at the age of 15. In the expansive and promising western frontier, he believed he could find greater opportunities and revel in his newfound freedom, an escape from the confines of his former life as a sharecropper in Tennessee. Fortune soon favored Love. He narrated a remarkable stroke of luck where he claimed to have won a horse in a raffle. Without hesitation, he sold this horse back to its original owner for a sum of $50. Astonishingly, Love found himself in a deja vu moment as he won the very same horse in a second raffle. Once again, Love decided to part ways with the horse, selling it back for another $50. Now, he was unexpectedly in possession of $100. In the year 1869, Love generously gave his mother $50 to assist her in making ends meet, while he embarked on his journey westward with the remaining $50 in his pocket. This marked the beginning of his adventure in the Wild West. Upon reaching Dodge City, Kansas, Nat Love's first encounter in the West led him to a significant opportunity. He stumbled upon a sizable gathering of cowboys from the Texas Duval Ranch, who had just completed the task of herding cattle to the Kansas rail yard and were enjoying a hearty breakfast. Exuding confidence and determination, Nat Love boldly approached the group and inquired about meeting their leader. With an introduction and a request for employment, he candidly admitted that he had no prior experience working as a cowboy. In response, the entire crew burst into laughter. The boss of the outfit, seizing the chance to test the newcomer, pointed to Good Eye, a horse renowned for being wild and untamable in the region. He offered Nat a job under one condition: he must break that unruly horse. Little did the boss know that Nat Love possessed a unique gift for communicating with horses, a talent that had remained hidden until that moment. Without hesitation, Nat mounted Good Eye, the most challenging horse around, and skillfully rode the untamed beast until it was finally saddle broken. The boss, astounded by Nat's remarkable feat, was left in disbelief. Honoring his word, the boss offered Nat Love a job, recognizing the exceptional cowboy talent he had just witnessed. This marked the beginning of Nat Love's remarkable journey in the Wild West. At the age of 16, young Nat Love eagerly embraced his new role as a ranch hand at the Duval Ranch, where he received a monthly wage of $30. Possessing an innate talent for handling horses, he quickly adapted to the demands of the job. Nat's extraordinary work ethic and his enthusiastic approach to learning left a lasting impression on his employers. His thirst for knowledge extended beyond the realm of ranch work. During his free hours, Nat Love diligently practiced his shooting abilities with his trusty .45 revolver. He also devoted time to self-teaching the art of lassoing and mastering various rope tricks, further enhancing his skills and versatility as a cowboy. Nat Love was not the sole African-American cowboy laboring at the Duval Ranch. He was accompanied by several others, a circumstance that was not uncommon in the Old West. Historical accounts suggest that a significant proportion, possibly as high as 1/4, of the cowboys in the Old West were freed black individuals. In the years following the Civil War, an increasing number of former slaves sought employment on ranches throughout the Old West. Working as a ranch hand was one of the relatively well-paying job opportunities available to freed African Americans during this period. Cowboy culture placed a premium on a person's skills and work ethic, rather than their racial background, making it a more inclusive and merit-based industry. While driving their cattle herds across the expansive Great Plains en route to market, cowboys often made stops at various towns to enjoy hot meals at local restaurants. Unfortunately, it wasn't uncommon for black cowboys to be denied service at these establishments, even when their white counterparts were treated with hospitality. However, as members of ranch crews, most black cowboys were afforded a level of respect and equality that was largely unheard of for other African Americans during that era. Nat Love's personal experience reflected this dynamic. In his autobiography, Love used words like camaraderie, respect, and admiration to describe his time as a cowboy. He quickly demonstrated his value to the team, and as a trusted member of the crew, Love rose to become one of the premier cowboys at the Duval Ranch. He was eventually promoted to the role of cattle buyer and held the position of the ranch's chief brand reader. Love's job even took him on buying missions to Mexico so frequently that he became fluent in Spanish. After spending 3 years with the Duval Ranch, Nat Love embarked on a new adventure in 1872 by joining the Gallinger Ranch, situated along Arizona's Gila River. During his time in Arizona, Love traversed the western trails that crisscrossed the region while herding cattle. As he navigated the wilderness, Love had several encounters with Native American communities that called the area home. When recounting his experiences in Arizona, Love claimed to have found himself in the midst of shootouts involving indigenous groups from the region. The hidden canyons and valleys of Arizona were not only home to Native Americans, but also served as popular hideouts for cattle rustlers and outlaws. In his memoirs, Nat Love mentioned that during his time in Arizona, he crossed paths with some of the most legendary figures of the Old West, including Bat Masterson and Pat Garrett. He even asserted that he shared a drink or two with none other than Billy the Kid. The cowboys and ranch hands of the Gallinger Ranch had the monumental task of herding a massive cattle herd, comprising more than 3,000 head from Arizona to the bustling town of Deadwood, South Dakota. They set out on their journey from Arizona in the spring of 1876 and reached Deadwood on July 3rd, just in time to partake in the town's spirited Independence Day celebrations. On the following day, Nat Love and a group of his fellow cowboys from the Gallinger Ranch decided to enter Deadwood's thrilling Cowboy contest. This competition required participants to showcase their skills in various cowboy disciplines, including saddling, bronco riding, lassoing, shooting, and roping. Much to everyone's amazement, Nat Love emerged as the victor in each and every event, effortlessly outshining the competition. His remarkable performance earned him the $200 prize money, and he gained a memorable nickname in the process, Deadwood Dick. The nickname Deadwood Dick was far from derogatory or insulting when it was bestowed upon Nat Love. In fact, it was the name of a widely recognized fictional character featured in a series of dime novels published between 1877 and 1897. Dime novels were a hugely popular literary genre of the late 1800s, known for their affordability, sensationalism, and action-packed narratives. Deadwood Dick was the brainchild of author Edward Lytton Wheeler, who, despite never venturing beyond Pennsylvania, held a deep fascination with the Wild West. Many of his characters were amalgamations of real-life Western figures, including Sitting Bull. Wheeler's Deadwood Dick character was among the most beloved figures in dime novel literature, making appearances in 33 of Wheeler's over 100 dime novels. This character was portrayed as a courageous and daring individual who faced countless perilous situations, relying on his sharpshooting prowess, cleverness, and charm to emerge unscathed from each adventure. Nat Love welcomed the association with Deadwood Dick, and while the exact details remain somewhat unclear, it is highly probable that Edward Lytton Wheeler incorporated real-life accounts of Nat Love's escapades into his Deadwood Dick stories. This suggests that Love played a role in influencing Wheeler's writings and contributed to the development and evolution of the Deadwood Dick character. Nat Love recognized the public's fascination with thrilling and daring tales, and in his autobiography, he shared a captivating, albeit challenging to verify, story. According to Love's account, in October of 1877, during an expedition near the Gila River, he found himself confronted by a group of Pima Indians. Love asserted that he sustained 14 gunshot wounds during this encounter, and rather than killing him, the Pima Indians took him captive. Love believed that his life was spared due to his dark skin, as the Pima people, according to his memoir, held a deep respect for the experiences of African Americans. They saw parallels between the struggles of black individuals against white oppression and their own challenges. During his captivity among the Pima, Love gradually recovered from his gunshot injuries and adapted to life within the tribe. The tribe's leader, Chief Yellow Dog, held him in high regard. Once Love regained his health, Chief Yellow Dog proposed that he marry his daughter. Plans were set in motion for Love's adoption into the Pima tribe, as well as the impending marriage to Chief Yellow Dog's daughter. Although Love did not wish to become a part of the Pima tribe, he feared that refusing their offer might lead to his demise. In a daring escape, Love seized one of the tribe's ponies under the cover of darkness. Riding bareback for over 12 consecutive hours, covering a distance of approximately 100 miles, he eventually reached the safety of Texas. The 1890s marked a period of significant innovations and changes that signaled the conclusion of the cowboy era in the Old West. The expansion of the railroad network reached deep into the western frontier, making it easier to transport cattle from ranches to markets. Additionally, the widespread use of barbed wire fencing brought an end to the iconic long-distance cattle drives of the Old West. Nat Love recognized that the demand for cowboys was waning, prompting his retirement from the profession in 1890. He subsequently secured a job as a Pullman porter in Denver. In the preceding year, Nat Love entered into marriage with a woman named Alice, and the couple welcomed one child. During the early 1900s, the family relocated to California. It was during this time that Love penned his lengthy autobiography, reigniting interest in his larger-than-life story. While it is almost certain that some embellishments and exaggerations were included, his life and adventures provided captivating reading material. His memoir marked a significant milestone, as it was the first-hand account of Old West cowboy life authored by an African American. Nat Love lived to the age of 67. In his later years, he resided in Los Angeles and worked as a security guard for a private security company. Love's life spanned an intriguing period in American history, encompassing the eras of slavery, emancipation, the cowboy lifestyle, and the eventual decline of the Old West. Nat Love, known as Deadwood Dick, left behind a lasting legacy in the American West that endures to this day.
Yes, he did. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you found this informative. Also, a reminder, there is a link to information on a technology that is being used to cure early stage prostate cancer in my comments section. Please remember to visit that. Thank you for watching.